meat and curry, I'm your man. Cause how we all lose it is a mystery. It's like the changing of our wardrobes from a dire history. But it's the one making us not stop. 50 kilograms is all we've got to drop. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Robert,
we obviously got some news to share on the pod. Look at that. It's glistening. Just read out what that says on that medal.
it says 2023 TCS London Marathon finisher.
Come on.
We finished together 2023, and then something in Braille, which I assume is the same
message.
On the back side, it says Blackheath, Cutty Sark, Tower Bridge, Canary Wharf, Victoria Embankment, Houses of Parliament, Buckingham Palace, which sums up how far I ran.
I think the first thing to say is congratulations.
Thanks, big guy.
What a feat.
I said I'd do it, and I don't quit. So that's it. I was doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I was seriously worried about your health.
Touch and go, actually. St. John's Ambulance nearly stepped in at one point, but I'll go into that later.
Well, first of all, before we get into detail, how it went down, so I've got millions of questions. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm buzzing. I was holding back tears coming down that last mile. I
bet you were.
Finally done this. I've never been in so much pain for a prolonged period of time. I'm still in pain. I can't walk. Yeah, it was well worth it. It's a great day. I started off, it was like pissing down with rain, and you get to Greenwich and there's like different start zones. So whilst I finished after 6 o'clock, that doesn't mean that I ran it in over 8 hours, because there's different waves of people that go off.
Yeah.
So I was in the red zone, blue zone I went past, and I was wave 13 of the red zone. And I think that went up to 20, and there would have been the same in other waves. So they basically go down a different track.
What, just for the very start?
For the start, and then you come together quite far down. It's like towards Blackheath way that it all starts coming back together.
How many miles is that then?
Maybe after mile 2, maybe.
Oh, wow. It really is that split and stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't really get my bearings. I was like, it's relatively downhill at the start.
Right.
So I've got a philosophy when I run where it's like, get your time up going downhill, because it's a lot easier going downhill, like a lot easier. And then when you're going uphill, just walk. There's no point. And that start is literally like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I was doing quite a lot of running there.
But that methodology you employed for the Chelmsford half that we heard about not long ago, and you still failed at 10K, so you fucking smashed that today.
I ran up the hills at the Chelmsford half. But in hindsight, the Chelmsford half was the biggest eye-opener for me, because I kicked myself. I was so angry I quit for about a month after that. My brother told me that it was all downhill from the point where I quit. I did all the hard work.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was going, it's just going to get easier. It's just going to get easier. The rest of it's going to be fine. And it wasn't. It got really bad. But yeah, it's a class day. It's like, yeah, you see people with their vests on, like supporting a charity because they're out of remission of cancer, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really like you get quite moved by all the people's stories and stuff. Except for one bloke, like round Charlton way, he was wearing like a white golf zip-up jumper, just like he's gone out for a stroll. It was one of the strangest conversations I ever had. He was like, "Oh yeah, walking big fella, are you?" I was like, "Yeah, mate." It was by Fisher football ground, and he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, basically, my wife said to me that our daughter's got autism." I was like, "Nah, she ain't. She just doesn't like people." And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "So I rang the charity." He said, I'll run a marathon for him. Gets me out of her hair for a couple of hours. He went, and anyway, my sister's running it. I'm just going to stroll. And I mean, strolling was taking the piss. The geezer he could still be walking. Like it was as slow as walking to get your morning paper with the dog while the dog's repeatedly shitting. He just didn't give a shit. And he was like, I found it really hard to like shift him. He was talking to me as if we were best mates.
Yeah.
And I went, right, I've got to go. So my watch is gone. I've got to start running again. He was like, "No worries, mate. Probably see you in a bit anyway. Catch you up." Never saw him again.
What a pleasant guy.
Wouldn't be surprised if he just stopped there. There's part of me that thinks he never actually was running the marathon. He was just walking around for a laugh.
This is the thing, right? You're doing it for hours. So I know that there's obviously lots of people that are capable of running it and they will run it. but the vast majority of people can't do that, right? It's just too far. So you do have, you do walk parts of it. You know, it's so long. You've got to have a toilet break. You have to pick up water or your gels or whatever. Like there's, you know, it's not. So do you find you were conversing with people at different stages, or was that just not very much conversations and you just kind of?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it's a bit weird because you kind of repeat yourself.
Yeah.
Meeting new people. It's like my kind of stock line was, I wish I trained for this. And I was saying that to everyone who's handing out water as we went on, and they loved it. They were laughing every time. Rookie mistake, overdosed on sodium tablets and drank too much water. And
so sodium ones, you explained on the last product, the sodium ones were the ones that were replacing your salt. Is that right?
Yeah. So that basically, they gave me the instructions of doing one every 30 minutes because I'm a big fella and I will be sweating out that amount of salt. So I was putting that much in.
Right.
By mile 20, my hands were the size of boxing gloves. They were pale white, as if like there's no blood at all in my hands. And I was sitting there thinking, am I about to lose my fingers? Like genuinely, I didn't feel weird. Like you're not feeling great anyway, but I was, it was strange. It was like really odd. It was like I couldn't clench a fist. And I went past St. John's ambulance and this doctor went, why are your hands white? Can you come here? And I came over and she was like, what have you taken? And I was like, 7 sodium tablets and about 10 litres of water. And she was like, well, you've overdone it. She was like, you've got way too much salt in your systems. Like, and she was explaining the problem is where you sweat, your salt then dries on your skin, which means the sweat doesn't come out.
Right. Yeah.
It doubles up in size inside. So in theory, you should shower, then you would sweat again because you'd be cleaning all that stuff off. And it is weird because you're taking the gels. And I hadn't actually eaten anything solid all day. I had 4 chocolate round biscuits for breakfast. That was it. Because I was thinking I need a bit of sugar in me.
As your marathon prep. Lovely.
Yeah. But you're sweating out like a gel. It's like sticky, clammy. It's horrible. Yeah, I was like, it was soaking wet from the rain. Then I was soaking wet from sweat when I got to I ran to about 14k, like on and off. Majority running, less so walking. I then felt my hamstring go. And I thought I'll walk that off for a couple of K. Then my quads went. Then the sides of my legs went. And then everything went. And then I was just kind of like John Wayne in it down the street. But the weird bit is like people at the back. And if you're trying to do it in like 7 hours 30, maybe quicker than that, 7 hours, like I did it.
Yeah.
You can walk. Most of the women that are doing it have these buzzers that go off. So they do 30 seconds running, 30 seconds walking.
Right.
So in theory, you're jogging a half marathon and then walking the rest. I couldn't run from probably the 16th kilometre. There's another, nearly 30 left, 25 left. So I just walked. I can walk quite fast though. And I was overtaking the run walkers and then they would overtake me and then overtake. And then by the end, there was loads of them behind me. So in my mind, it was like, you're wasting tons of energy just valiantly jogging your way through this. If you just walked, you'd save a lot more energy and get there. Not like walking was bad enough. But yeah, it was good fun. I'm so badly broken from this. So my legs are killing me. Half decided to sleep in between my legs last night and then fidget all night. And that didn't work. Yeah, so...
But you did it.
I did it, yeah.
You fucking did it. It's an amazing feat. 7 hours. What was the official time?
7 hours and 2 minutes. Weirdly, though, my watch, and I started my watch 500 meters before we went off because I thought that where we came out of my wave, I thought that was just us going. Yeah. But you have to walk round a corner to get to the thing with everyone else.
Yeah.
But my watch said that I did it in under 7 hours.
Strange.
And did more distance. So 44, I think it was, for 6 hours 50 something, 53. So I don't know where the London Marathon got that timing from or when it went off.
Yeah.
But either way, I can't mind, can I? So.
And I know people that don't know very well are thinking, well, he gave up on the first one, Chelmsford Half, but I knew you were just never gonna, like, you would have log rolled there if you had to.
Chelmsford Half wasn't the main event.
Yeah.
I'm a big day player. Right. A little bit of history. I've probably been in 10 penalty shootouts as a goalkeeper and never lost one. ever. You put me in a big day, in a big
No,
occasion, I don't lose. I don't lose. Saturday, there was no way I wasn't getting to that final line. I've got a blister the size of a cricket ball on my foot. Both my legs don't work, but they're just not working today. Everything hurt so bad. My hands were swollen, my legs were swollen.
Let's talk injuries. So you've got a blister now.
That's about the same size of a cricket ball. It's big.
And what about chafing? You got any chafing situation?
Do you know what? The glide stuff, shout
yeah.
out Greg Wellman, legend. That stuff is genius. No chafe. The only time I chafed was when I sat down on the train and I got up from the train and I could feel it then. But I've woken up this morning, nothing's there.
Oh,
Glide. It's called Glide. It's incredible.
that is a massive win.
Yeah, huge win.
Absolutely huge.
I've got to probably do it daily now and just glide my way through life.
Yeah. And did you lather it up everywhere? I remember you said that anywhere you put anywhere that touches anything could chafe.
Anything, yeah, I mainly wrapped around the legs and everything. Yeah, in between my groin, my bum cheeks, everything. Yeah. And also, I was a bit worried about the gels because I've never tried them before. And everyone said that they immediately gives you the shits. And there is people that run with shit pouring down their legs. I saw that twice. They take the gel and it immediately affects their stomach. They can't get to a toilet and they've just shat themselves while running. There's people with shit's coming down their legs. Also, I've seen some blokes chafe that bad that there was just blood streaming down their legs. It's like a war zone, honestly. That and the nipples. Oh my God, there's nipples and people are bleeding down their tops. I bought them at the expo, nipple cushions, and they actually were like cushions. The best way to describe them is like putting £1 coins on your nips.
Right, yeah.
You can see it through your top. And I had them on and nothing, no problem. Beautiful. When you hit East London, there's just bodies everywhere. They just put one of them foil things over them, just leave them. And most of them are like more distraught that they've had to quit than the pain. So they're just crying like their eyes out. The real proper runners, they drop like flies because they're like trying to do it at a crazy rate and push themselves too far. There was an old boy next to me that face planted. He kept like making moans. And I was like, "You're right, mate." And I went, "Have you got any cramp? Do you want some tablets? I've got some tablets." And he just kept going, "Oh," and then he just face planted. And I was like,
"No way."
St. John's ambulance was there, luckily enough. They come and sorted him out, and I just kind of carried on. Yeah, but he when he fell, his face hit the deck, and I was like, "Oh my God."
That is knockout territory.
Let's go through these one by one, from mile 1 onwards. So we'll start with that, stop it, and I'll tell you what was going on at the time.
Yeah, this will be great. Here we go.
All right, champ. At mile 1, I'm walking up a hill. I'm already blowing. This is going to be a fucking long day. I'll speak to you in a bit. All right, champ.
Wait. Yeah, so mile 1, you kind of come down a hill from the marathon, and everyone told me that you need to pace yourself because the majority of it's downhill at the start. Right. So you come out of Greenwich, you're running down a hill, you've got some like people clapping you on, fine. And do you know what? The anticipation of the marathon, I didn't think I'd get nervous because I didn't train and I didn't really want to get that nervous. Waking up in the morning, you shit yourself a few times. You're like, "Oh my God, here we go. I'm actually doing this. What the fuck am I doing?" It's the air of kind of anticipation of going into the unknown, I think. So mile 1 was like getting them nerves out of my legs. I felt a bit tired and I was like conscious that I didn't want to go too quick. So I was like, right, let's just run for a bit, get it out of the system. But I kept consciously stopping to walk because everyone said, "Don't just fucking blitz down there thinking you can make the time," which in theory, they're very right because I don't think I would have been able to carry on walking. Right, let's hear mile 2.
Mile 2, baby. Absolutely fucked. Saw Dan Kent though from the football team. Lovely bloke. I haven't got my glasses on, so it's quite hard to identify people. Better go downhill, so I need to get back running. Shout out, Bob. What a guy.
So at this point, you're going, it's like up and down hills.
Yeah.
You're going through Blackheath and stuff. First time I saw someone who knew me, which was good.
I saw a little video actually of that.
Yeah.
In the middle.
And you can see the way I'm blind. I'm like, they're shouting my name. No, they're not. Oh, they're shouting my name. Yeah, they are. I'm still in a pack of people at this point.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
interestingly, there was quite a few people by that point walking as well. There was like strange St. George's Day kind of bands and stuff all the way throughout the course. One of them was like, "Well done, runners, and happy St. George's Day." Georgie's, that's all I can remember. That was cracking me up for a while. I was just like, carry on walking, carry on jogging. And fortunately, I didn't have my name on me because they were all going, "Come on in, get going," as they were doing to everyone else.
Yeah.
They didn't do that to me, thank fuck. They just went, "Come on, big fella." But going through there was a bit odd. It was like, it was still raining. It wasn't very nice. I started to get a bead on at this point, but I was feeling better, but I was gassing still.
I'm at the 6K mark. I don't really know what 8 miles was, but fuck me. A lot of hills. Downside, of course. Up it was a bit rough. Keep you posted, brother. 505.
So yeah, they have mile stops at like signs and then kilometre signs. My watch was doing kilometres as well. Every time I wanted a walk, I basically dropped a little voice note and just went, "Yeah, this is where I am." I really enjoyed running through South London though. I found the crowds to be 10 times better there than they were anywhere else. It was class. It was like the whole place was getting behind you.
10K mark. I fucking wish I trained for this. See you in it.
That's when it really started to hurt. The 10K.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, when did you really like think, "Oh, I've done something real bad here"?
Well, 14K is the longest I've been. 10K is when it started really kicking in, and I was like, "Oh God, here we go. What we got next?"
It's been overtaken by the Audi version of Colin the Caterpillar at 11K. Not going very well. Conserving a bit of energy. Nearly there though, bud. 1/3 down. Let's go, baby. Just been up.
Yeah, there was 3 blokes dressed as Colin the Caterpillar.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Colin, is it Cuthbert, the Audi one?
Listen, I would only go with the Colin 'cause I'm faithful to Big Cole, but yeah, I know there's like Connie's one as well. Cuthbert might sounds about right.
It said on it, like Colin, but quicker.
Oh.
Great marketing, that is. Great marketing. They overtook me, the lads. They had a little walk for a bit as well, but the crowd were loving that cat.
Yeah,
They were going nuts for him. There was 2 like older women that were the gin ladies, and in the last mile, they both got given a big gin and tonic, and they just walked and drank it as they finished. Love that. Yeah, I wish I was part of that club. By Cuthbert, I kept getting these like very strong stares from people with like a pint, and they were offering it to me, and I'm like, no, I'm fine, thanks. And they're like, "Drink it." I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I've got so far to go. I can't get pissed. Like, what are you doing?
Terrible idea.
I bet you'd like that, wouldn't you? Yeah, I would. Yeah, but not now.
No.
Oh yeah, my late. There was like a festival going on. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I couldn't hear myself like speak, so I thought I'd leave you a little quick one there. My late's going off. I was still running at that point. I remember that because I ran past that parade.
Yeah.
But you had like there was DJs, bands, everything along these streets. This is why South London was 10 times better than East London.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not me being biased. I know I am biased.
No, that's a Blackwell Tunnel. Just walked past the Millwall pub. Big moo. Fucking loved it. Still going. Let's go.
Surrey Quays, Weatherspoons, went past there, and there was a load of like Millwall fans outside. And I know that's a Millwall pub, so I did a little moo, and they went moo. That got me through that. That's before I met the flipping bloke who was talking about the casual stroller, very close to that.
Yeah.
Mile 11, Bobby. Legs are gone. I've been walking for a long time now. Just banging a load of gels, a load of water, and I think I can get a second wind to go again. Oh.
Yeah, this is where it all started going a bit wrong. I'm pretty sure this is where I started walking.
What was the biggest low? Am I going to hear the biggest low coming up? Or
My voice gets worse.
Yeah.
Mile 11, Bobby.
No, mile 11's there.
I'm halfway now, Bobby boy. Coming over Tower Hill. Let's go, baby.
Tower Hill, I felt as if I had a second wind, but I think that was just
Yeah.
the crowd. Like, it was really loud in Tower Hill.
With it, yeah.
But you get this, like, because coming over Tower Hill, you could just turn left and get to the end. But Tower
Yeah.
Hill is where you go right towards Canary Wharf and back around on
Yeah,
yourself.
you do the whole of Isle of Dogs and all that thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's this like anticipation of, oh shit, I'm there. And the boring bloke went past mile 12. You're counting down the miles then, in theory, because you're doing it like the second half. But I felt this like, oh God, I'm in a lot of pain here and I've still got a long, long way to go. So that was a bit daunting actually coming over Tower Bridge. But it was also the first time I saw Emma on the side. So that was good. A little pick me up there. I said hello to them. But this is where I first noticed the run walkers I was just catching up with by walking.
Yeah.
And then I made the conscious decision that there is no point in me. You kind of get to a state where you're jogging and you're doing the action.
But you're not actually going any faster.
And there's like two women next to you walking that are going the same pace. And you're like, well, what's the bloody point?
Yeah.
I'm doubly fucked doing that jog action. I might as well just walk.
Yeah.
I came to the conclusion I was walking from then on in. I wasn't even going to try and jog. And I did try a couple other times, but there was no point at all.
No.
It was like dragging my feet. It was awful.
22 kilometres in. My jog pace is now the same pace as the average walker. So I'm giving up jogging. I'm going all the rest of the way. I'm dreaming of pints. Big legs. It is what it is. Let's go, baby.
You get loads of like really passive aggressive drunks. Like, come on, man, you can do this. You know you've got this in you.
Yeah, a few hours into a session, they're just like,
absolutely, they're just steaming, like probably on a load of coke as well, just like, come on. And you're like, oh, I'm never being that person. I definitely haven't been that person in the past at the marathon. I can't stand that positive nonsense anyway. But it gets really, and I must be on the later groups as well. So they've really had a good session by the time I'm around there.
Yeah.
At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, probably.
The pint situation, but is that what was getting you through? Just thinking about the pint at the end? Because I think I'd be thinking about a nice pint at the end.
Yeah, until I got there, and then I felt so sick that the pint didn't have the same effect.
Yeah.
Also, I'm probably 4 or 5 gels in at that point. I haven't eaten anything. I've also drunk like it tastes like Diarrhea.
Oh yeah.
1.5 liters of that.
Oof.
And then also about 10 fucking bottles of water. Your stomach's not in a place that it's going, let's get smashed.
No.
What's wrong with you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, everything aches. So when it got to the actual pint, I had it and I was just like, this isn't fun.
Well, 14. Showing a lovely community of fellow walkers. We're going to stay with them for a while. I'm absolutely fucked. I'm still only halfway. Let's go, baby.
At this point, right, I started getting a bit delirious.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I need some tunes to get me through. So I'd been listening to like house music to get me like, I find house music has like a beat that you can run to.
Yeah.
But I was bored of that by that point. So I started playing Tom Jones through my ears, right?
Brilliant.
But where I was getting a bit delirious, I was just singing along. And this woman went to me like, are you listening to Tom Jones? I was like, yeah. She was like, you've been singing it all the way along. Keep it up. And I was just like, I was kind of like holding back tears whilst like, you're not unusual. And I'm just walking down the street singing. And where I've got headphones on, there's obviously like, there could be like a steel drum in the background where they're making noise everywhere else.
Yeah.
But through the streets of East London, this old woman was like, what song's he playing next? And I was like, she's a lady. Whoa, she's a lady.
I'd like to think there's a video of you like absolutely blowing, just bouting out some Tom Jones that someone else taken. You see this big fella, he's just bouting out Tom Jones, and you're on someone else's WhatsApp group, just going, it's not unusual. It's just walking along.
The reality of it, because I didn't think I was singing loudly. I was probably going, not unusual, but actually I was like,
Mile 16, baby. Nearly there. Dying a little bit. Legs are fucked. Walking's getting slower. I ain't going to quit. I'm going to keep going. See you on the other side, brother.
That's where the pain really hit. Because
Yeah, morale
I think
seems
East
low.
London, South London, I had like the Mill fans for a lot of it, which is brilliant. I love that bit. But there was like a real carnival feel to South London, even into Greenwich, all of them Blackheath places, everything like that was class.
Yeah.
As soon as you flip over into East London, you go through Canary Wharf. Like Canary Wharf's quite lively, but then you get into the back streets and it's just tower blocks. And the only way to describe it is just no one there. It's like, it's just desolate. People are starting to drop out, that sort of stuff. And you really lose the buzz of the whole energy of it all. It's like...
Did it feel lonely at any point when you got around there?
Kind of, yeah. There was still shitloads of people around me, but
yeah.
the mood changed then. Everyone was really struggling and it was quiet. It wasn't very nice. It wasn't very supportive around there. I really didn't like East London. Then you kind of swing back round through Canary Wharf again. Canary Wharf gets quite buzzy again. But again, the kind of cocaine fans on the sidelines are going ballistic at this moment in time. They're not even like, come on, Bigfoot. They're just going, rah!
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if I was running. Do you know what I mean? I was walking and they're going like, rah! And then I'm just like, 2 minutes later, I'm still by them and they're still going, rah!
Coming up to Canary Wharf. It's like a zombie film. How many people are walking straight? My legs are fucked. Nearly there, brother. Keep going.
You seem so over it by that point.
Yeah, so done. But then, when I say it was like a zombie field, it's like people's injuries. There was a girl in front of me. I asked her if she had cramps, see if she wanted a pill. And
we're just trying to dish out these pills, isn't you?
They were class though. They were brilliant. I didn't get any cramp. Her whole lower leg was just a bruise. And I was like, oh, she was like, it's an injury, it's not cramp, it's an injury, it's really bad. And I was just like, all right. She was like, what does it look like? And I went, not going to answer that. I was like, just keep going. She was walking quite quick though. She was like, I'm in so much pain. And I was just like, you'll be fine. Just get the medal, you'll be fine. You can worry about it then. And it was like a purpley, like horrible colour. But the whole calf was like it. It was so bad. And she was just trudging along.
Can't be.
Well, I was singing Tom Jones. I didn't. I'd lost all energy at that point. There was no way I was singing anything.
Yeah.
18 mile, baby. Still trying. It's still going. Legs are fucked. So much pain. Never doing this again.
I'm officially done at that point.
Yeah. That's
that again, still in this East London bubble where it's just you come out of Canary Wharf and you walk towards like Limehouse and all of that. I think it is.
Yeah, Chadwell.
But it's all just big, massive roads. Not many people there. You come across the occasional pub where everyone's like having a rave outside.
Right. Yeah.
But that's not necessarily motivational. It's all just a bit dead. Do you know what I mean? It's not very fun.
Mile 20 is here. On 5 hours 18 according to my watch. I haven't walked for miles. I'm thinking of fuck. My legs are fucked. And I'm just going to keep going. It's fucking quitters don't win, Bob. Let's go, baby.
That's all I kept saying to myself was quitters don't win.
Yeah.
From that mile onwards. And I was really done, really done at that point. Like, I could have easily stopped. You also walk past tube stations, so all you sit there going is, I could be home in an hour. There was a rickshaw going down Lower Thames Street. Is you taking a piss? I would have paid him $1,000 to get in there. To take that was another one of my one-liners. How much to take this badge over the finish line?
How close are you to quitting at any point? What was the lowest point of how close?
Don't quit. There was no part.
Definitely crossing your mind.
No, I don't quit. There's no way I quit. Big day performer. I will always finish. I don't quit. Chelmsford wasn't a big day for me.
No.
I don't quit. If it's a big day, I don't quit. And there is no way I wasn't getting one of these. There's no way I wasn't getting one. That was what motivated me. Every time someone went, we've nearly got that medal, I was welling up. I'll get to the final bit at the end, actually. I couldn't record anything. That recording would have been worth its weight in gold because I actually couldn't speak.
Yeah.
Oh, 21, baby. Let's get it.
Yeah, they're all kind of the same. I'm just in so much pain.
Yeah, you're out now.
Oh, 22, baby. 4 left. I am so fucked. My legs are fucked. I'm never running a marathon again. I hate everyone. This isn't right.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
was
pretty
done.
much it from there. We don't get any more voices now.
Shout out to Josh Norbo though, Frank, Ben Blows, all of them guys. Frank's Mrs. Sophie, my missus was there, Greg and his little kid was there.
Yeah, near old work. Isn't it?
Near where I work. But before that, Gilesy was there, and I didn't have my glasses on, and I was feeling a bit weird. And I thought that his daughter was his wife. So I was like, hello, mate. And I went to go, hello, Jane. And I got up close and I was like, oh, no, that's his daughter. Coming through to see them lot, that was a good pick me up. And then Josh walked with me with Holly and the baby for, well, about a mile to maybe Embankment.
I didn't think you'd be able to.
Oh, no, yeah, you can walk. The other half of Lower Thames Street was shut, but they walked down there with the pram. So I had him chatting along the way. My brother walked for most of it as well. And yeah, and then I bumped into Mace. Mace asked me for a photo, right? And at this point, if I stopped, my legs could just seize and that's me done.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, really? Okay. And then the first photo weren't good enough. The second photo, and I'm just like, just take the photo, man. Take the photo. Yeah.
So how many miles? So when you go past at that point, then you haven't got many left. Then you got like 3 miles.
So my watch was on 42 at that point. So I'm like, I've got to be done. No, it wasn't. It was on 41. So I'm like, I've got 1 kilometre left. Yeah. But I've done that walk before, and I've gone. That's not 1K. That's a long way.
Yeah, it is a long way.
So you walk up Lower Thames Street, and then you get into Blackfriars. Then you go over to Embankment, Charing Cross, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Then you get to Big Ben. Big Ben, you turn in, and everyone's like, "You're there. You're there. You just got to walk through there." And you go, "All right, I can see the finish line." And then it's like Buckingham Palace is there. Buckingham Palace is there. And then you walk through the trees.
Yeah. Parson James.
At this point, everyone's going nuts. All the actual finishers are still there celebrating all the other finishers, which is a lovely part of it all. Big Ben struck 6 o'clock, and I wanted to do it under 6 o'clock, and so did the old boy next to me. That was annoying. And then I got round the corner, and then my watch was like, "Yeah, you've done it, like 43K." So I'm like, it must just be there. It has to just be there.
Yeah.
But then you come through. Is that Victoria Park?
I thought you went past St James's Park. I think it is
St James's Park, maybe. Then they tell you to turn right. You turn right, and you go through Buckingham Palace. But then there's a big fucking U-turn to the end of it. So there's 800 meters. It says. My watch said that I completed it, and then there's another 800 meters. And at that point, do you know what this little fucker said to me? I went, "How far have we got left?" And this girl went, 800 meters, should be fine. We're only around the corner. She was walking. I was way too enthusiastic. And this little fucker went, "Why are you asking how long, mate? You're not even sweating." And he was right. No. But I'd been rained on. I'd been dripping with sweat. I'd taken so many sodium tablets. I was inflamed. Yeah. So if you want the actual answer, keep walking with me and I'll chew your fucking ear off, you little prick. I got to the finish bit, and there's a bloke like running with everyone with a microphone, shouting everyone's name and stuff. And I can see the finish line. And I was just so gone. And every single time I was like, "Oh my fucking God, you've done this." I started trying to I was like welling up, right? Yeah. And then I was fighting that by like, I was in pain. So my teeth were out like pretty much for about 6 miles. So then I was sitting there like fighting the tears back. And the thing is, I wouldn't have been able to cry anyway. I don't think there was any juice left in me. So I was just like, so that final bit, I went on the BBC website to look at the finish line, and they'd cut it off before I finished.
Oh, really?
Annoyingly. But that would be incredible footage. And then all I did was put both arms out to get over the line, and my eyes were shut. And then you go, "Right, I'm done. There must be a seat. I have to sit down. I am in so much pain." And they were like, No, you've got to go down there to get your medal. And then the woman's like putting it on, and she went, "Oh God, well done, well so done, you did it." And I went, "Thank you." And I didn't actually get to crying, but I was so close. I was because you're in so much pain, and the getting the medal was the only thing that kept me through all of this. She put the medal on. I then went, and then my dad was calling me like, "Do you know where you are?" I was like, Yeah, the finish line, you idiot. He was like, I'm round the corner, come and meet me. And I'm like, where's the corner? He was like,
Yeah,
I'm by the
yeah.
big stand. And I'm like, there's 6 of them. I was like, do you know, we got no patience whatsoever at this point as well. I was like,
Yeah,
can you please explain to me where you are? Like, and I stopped for a little bit to get the medal. You'd get photos and stuff like that there. And then my legs seized. So I was then walking pretty much with legs that didn't bend, and it took me forever to get home. I had a pint and then went. I was in so much pain.
So when you get through and you get your medal with that, is there a place? Do you have to leave wherever that place is to go meet your family in that, or is there a place where you can have pictures with your family that's maybe cordoned off or something?
Nah, there's just runners bits, and then you come out, and that's where everyone's waiting for you.
And did you have? I guess you had Emma and a few people there. Did you? Or...
Yeah. Joe the Cat, shout out Joe the Cat, legend. Emma, my little brother Eric, Igel, my dad's wife, and my dad. My brother would have been there, but he'd been driving around London trying to catch me. Driving during the marathon's a disaster. So
it is a disaster.
Trying to park and trying to get everyone there. And I think all the rest of my pals were in the pub already. They all told me to go to the Red Lion. I went to the wrong Red Lion. Couldn't move, so I was staying there.
That is a stinker.
Yeah, it really is. I couldn't drink anyway. There was no point. And then I ordered a McDonald's, ate a quarter pounder, and struggled to eat it.
Really?
Yeah. I felt that bad. I felt like I could vomit at any point.
Fucking hell.
I got to shout out the 2 people that got me to do this though. Well, Jay Carpenter signed me up for this end of last year. I was like, should we do the marathon? I was like, so we've been kind of keeping each other on the straight and narrow to get over the finish line. He done it in 5 hours. Fair play to him. There's a girl called Gemma that we know, listener to the pod, had a baby in August, right? And smashed it in 4 hours 45. Every photo I've seen of her, she's smiling. She's got to be like sick in the head. Like she's just like waving her arms around, hugging people, this sort of stuff. I've never seen someone happier. Yeah, fair play. 4 hours 45, fucking legend. Them 2 people, the other people I knew that were running it.
Is this your illustrious long-term running career over already?
It is. Do you know what the next challenge is though, Bob?
There we go. Some sort of mountain.
I'm cycling to Amsterdam.
Ah, nice.
In September. I think you should get involved. You cycle from London to Harwich, which is 100 miles. Sounds long, but on a bike, that's not too bad. You then get a 13-hour ferry, and then we cycle from somewhere in the Netherlands to Amsterdam, which is 50 miles at the other end. And then we can pick up on local amenities.
Yeah.
And get all the pain in our legs gone. It'd be great.
When is this thing?
September.
September the what? Do you have any idea? That's what we're 24th of April, day after the marathon today.
Cycling, if you just got out on a bike on Sunday morning, did 10, 20 miles, which is, it sounds a lot, but it's not a lot on a bike.
It would be good, practicing for it would be good for the weight loss situation. Because you must have lost a hell of a lot of weight yesterday. If you barely practiced, didn't you?
I got on the killer, so I did a whole week of carb loading, which isn't recommended, but I went for it. Give me a window and I'll take a window. My diet was like pasta pizza for a week. Excellent. Yeah. And I got on the scales. I was 163.8. And I got on the scales this morning and I was 157.4. So I pretty much lost a stone yesterday. But I burnt 5,700 and something calories in a day yesterday. Just doing the run. That's not with...
Yeah.
And calories I consumed, I don't know what the calories are in these gels, but I had 4 or 5 gels and I had 4 round biscuits all day and a quarter pounder. So there's no way I've put them calories back in. I've started the day today with a sausage sandwich. I'm going to have something later as well.
Thing is, you can get away with that. If I said I was doing that, then yeah, no good.
Yeah, one day off. This is actually giving me a good kick up the arse to go, life's better when you're healthier.
Oh,
and I'm never going to be in a mindset to go, let's say we got to 110 kilograms and someone went, well, you should run the marathon now and see when you do it. I'll go, no, thanks.
No, thanks. Absolutely not. Not for me.
Ever again.
Find you on a bike now.
Bikes are fine.
Yeah, I can manage bikes. Bikes are right. As long as you've got a nice saddle,
yeah.
Then I'm happy on a bike. Don't mind a bike.
I've got some really skin tight lycra, mortar flag, that I have to get into as well. So I need to shift some timber. But that should be our next challenge, Bob.
Maybe that is a challenge that would be good. If you stick with what you are now, or if you lose you know, a little bit more. You've done your 5 kilos for our weigh.
My plan in Marbella is, and I'm actually annoyed that Marbella is this weekend and the weekend after the bank holidays is when the entire Essex community goes out there to party, and I couldn't think of anything worse. So there's some blokes at work that are going on a 20-man strong stag do. I said to Emma, I wanted to go somewhere hot so we could get the first bit of tan before our wedding. And I wanted a week of like gym, eating healthy, gym, eating healthy, gym, eating healthy. I've done that a few times on holiday. And I wanted to switch my phone off and do nothing. So I'm still planning on doing all of that. I just might be lured into some flipping opening party where I'm just spanned. But I'm going to exercise every day for at least an hour. And I'm going to do loads of taking Sophie's advice, loads of the walking stuff to then
nice
do a bit of that. But just in the heat, it's a lot easier, isn't it? It's a lot more fun being out.
So when is our weigh-in then? We've got to figure out when that is. Obviously, we delayed the weigh-in slightly just because we had the marathon specials coming in. Great.
I'm ready for the weigh-in whenever you are, Bob, because I'm there.
Maybe that's the next pod then, is it?
Surely it's the first week of the next month. So you got 7 days.
Yeah, maybe the next one's the weigh-in. And these go out like we're like 2 weeks behind for the editing, aren't we? So these like.
And then you've got to do a forfeit. You've got to come on a 5K run with me.
No, that's if we both didn't do it. Listen, obviously you've been raising some money, yeah? I haven't even donated yet, so I need to donate sharply. How long does your link last for? So if someone listening to this in 2 weeks when it goes out, because we've got to edit it, will they still be able to donate in 2 weeks?
Stays open for a while now. I'm nearly there. I've only got like 200 quid left, so.
Nice. I'll bang a load of money in it later as well. Mate, congratulations. That's top-notch behaviour. That's elite performance yesterday. Should be chuffed.
I told you I'd do it for these listeners. Told you I'd do it to lose my 5K. That's exactly what I've done.
Yeah. You're giving the pod a great name, yeah? That was for the pod.
Exactly.
50 kg drop. You've done 6 in a day.
I did 10% of that 50 kg yesterday.
Superb work. Just another 9 of them then or whatever. Never done.
Do one a week. Bloody hell, I'll be stick skinny for the wedding.
Mate, well done. Class work. Weigh in next week.
Yeah, lovely. I'll see you there.
Toodles.
Bye.
We've got some diet plans, health scans, sugar bans, fitness fans, PTs, injuries, laying off the Chinese, ball games, gym chains, protein gains and skin tight tops, and we ain't gonna stop until we hit the 50k. Drop, no excess fat, no FAT, no curry bag, no guarantee. Rough or buff, lean on me, we'll end up as fit as a bear.